evening, folks, and welcome to this exciting postseason game. Girls Varsity Soccer, your Pioneer Panthers hosting the Palmer Panthers. That's right, Panthers across the board, all over the field. My name is Tyler Borbo, bringing the play-by-play action of this game. This Class D Girls Soccer Western Mass Tournament. And when I talk about Western Mass Tournament, let's take a quick look at a little bit of graphics here. This is what we're looking at. This is according to the PVRS website. This is what the Class D bracket is looking like. Pioneer ranked 4th amongst the 8 teams playing in the Class D tournament, and they're facing off against number 5 Palmer. And whoever wins this game is going to have a steep hill to climb on the next game, facing off against the Granby Rams. Granby Rams already having the win against Smith Academy, knocking them out. So whoever wins this is going to be facing off against Granby. Date to be determined. We are just about to be underway here. Pioneer in the black jerseys. Pioneer coming into this game with a win at Mahar, a 4-1 win over the Senators. And coming into this game, the Palmer Panthers took a loss at Southwick, a 7-0 loss. So we will see, we'll talk a little bit more about records and details we know on paper. Of course, that is exactly what that is. It's just on paper. You never know what's going to happen on the field, who's injured, and numbers only and stats only represent so much. But we hope for an exciting game. And I'm happy to have you with us checking out this game. And happy to have you here supporting local public access, but more importantly, these high school athletes. Ball bouncing back and forth so far. No solid possession has been gained or attacks made. Ball kicked through. Nice job getting the ball out of there. The ball out of bounds. It'll be a Palmer throw. LeProd to Bliski. It's a tough time hanging on to it. Palmer will take over. Not for long. Palmer drops it back, hoping to reset. Switch fields, move to some open area. Smart idea coming up the near lane. And nice give and go towards the corner. A little too much mustard on that one. I don't think anyone will get there before it heads out of bounds. Pioneer throw. Taking the throw, Mystic Glen. Ball back over towards the corner. Again, no one's going to get there in time. Another Pioneer throw from the corner. And starting at about 6 p.m. with a cool, not cold, wouldn't even say chilly, but a cool evening. Perfect for an October evening. Nice ball kept in by Palmer. Looking to go up that lane again. Ball pops through inside the box. Kicked away by Devony Pillsbury. Be a white throw. Ball may pop through. Good defense by Mystic Glen, making sure that ball does not get inside of the box. Heads out of bounds, so that will be the first corner kick of the game for Palmer. Palmer appearing to have kind of a bunch up and spread as the ball gets kicked kind of play. No doubt hoping to get that first touch. Ball pops through with no contact Jalen Beliski coming up with it. Ball heads out of bounds. A little bit of a scuffle. Ball out of bounds. Well, staying along the line, almost kept in, but it will be a Pioneer throw on the far side. Well, so far, doing a lot of bouncing around, but has not spent, I don't think, very much time, if any, on the Palmer side of the field. So far, both teams have been kind of ping-ponging back and forth. So far, the ball has stayed very bunched on the far side. Ball moved to the open area, pass through inside the box. Pillsbury does a great job of blocking, making sure that white jersey was the last to touch that ball before it went out of bounds. It's going to bring up a Pioneer kick. A nice job on the attack between Adeline Allard and Harper Brulette, excuse me. And a shot. A lot of toe under that one. Goes high and wide. Pillsbury coming out. Looking for Maddie Keefe. No one will touch it. It'll be a white throw. Laney Haley with the throw. Ball moved over towards the middle. Lily May trying to get control back of the ball. Mr. Glenn doing a great job on the defense. Staying marked up with the Palmer player. Ball top of the box. A shot. And sent over the crossbeam. Another Pioneer kick. So far, I will say I think I've seen a lot more physicality coming out of the Palmer team. I think they've been taking advantage of what they can get away with. I think they've showed up and played a lot more physical game throughout the season. And I think they're ready to throw their bodies around and make sure to get whatever advantage that they can in the game. And that's just how the game is played. Sometimes the ref calls it. Sometimes, it's all legal. And a shot. McClellan knocks it down and collects. Nice job by Maddie Keefe. Turning on the Jets. Sends a go-get-it for Jalen Beliski inside the box. They're going to create a wall and allow Cora LaChance to collect it. Cora LaChance, the keeper for the Palmer Panthers. Man, a little collision there, but Deja Young, not one to be pushed around. Is more than willing to push back. Ball comes down the line. Heads out of bounds again. White throw this time. Another white throw. Knocked back out of bounds. Palmer will have another shot at it. Looking at down the line, out of bounds, it'll be a Pioneer throw this time. Great job by Mila Prod battling for that ball, but the throw comes up Palmer. And then throw for Pioneer. And it won't be a throw. I guess there was some sort of penalty or push from behind. Maddie Keefe goes to the outside. Turning on the Jets. A good defensive kick by Lainey Haley. Knocking that ball out of bounds, making sure that Palmer has enough time to step back and mark up. A little too much mustard on that one. I think that might be the first time I've seen a ball hit the flag. And the flag is technically in bounds, so the ball never went out of bounds. I dare say I don't think I've ever seen that. A ball roll at the flag stops it and keeps it in bounds. Good defensive move by the corner flag. Nice job keeping the ball in. Ball drops back. Devaney Pillsbury looks to put it back in. To the outside, I think a give and go was being looked for. Nice save by Lucy Burnett. On the offensive, Palmer drops it back. Ledoux goes to the outside. Looks to move it forward. Sticking like glue, Amy Van Doren, making sure that pass did not happen. It'll be a Palmer throw. Allard to Ledoux, look to put it inside the box. Kick back out. Nice defensive move by Devaney Pillsbury, getting the ball out of the box. Out of bounds off a white jersey, Maddie Keefe with the throw. Nice idea, couldn't keep it in time. Ball comes through towards the corner. Going to give chase and ball out of bounds. Be a black throw. And out of bounds off of Pioneer. Ball inbounded. Moves to the top of the box. Shot. Knocked down and collected. Follow up. A little too late before McClellan gets her hands on it. And ball is out. It'll be a Palmer throw. And tapped out of bounds. Will be another Palmer throw. Number 24 there is unmarked. Pioneer's going to need to be careful of that. There's looks like Palmer is pushing up some of their defense. And kicked back out. Nice defensive move. And then out of there. Nice job by the Pioneer defense. Palmer throw, 15.5 minutes in. Still no score. Very few shots on goal. Ball in the corner. Curves it around, tries to cut it through. Inside the box, somebody's there to shoot. A little too much boot on it. But I believe that was number 7 on the Palmer Panthers. Jacqueline Switlowski was there waiting for that ball to come up. Pioneers going to need to keep an eye on that. The ball's on one side. A lot of eyes are going to turn their backs on Palmer stepping in. We saw that when I was speaking about number 24, Adeline Allard, was standing right at the top of the box unattended during a throw-in a few minutes ago. Ball sent through. Palmer defense chasing it down first. Pushes it forward. Nice job. And ball pops through. Just looking to turn it. Great protection by Mystic Glen. That'll bring up a corner kick for Palmer Panthers. And nice attack by Evelyn Ledoux. Looks like we got 2 players in the corner, so it might be a short kick in, and it is. Tries to move. Pioneer swarms it, ball still inside the box, and then kicked away for a throw. Good defense by Pioneer. Ball out of bounds. Pioneer throw. They'll have substitutes. And nice job, punted away. Ball inside the box. No one's going to get to that one. It'll be a Pioneer kick. Ball sent through, looking for Maddie Keefe. Successful. Keefe battling for the outside, gets double teamed and stolen. Ledoux to Brulette. Stolen by Pillsbury. And sent back out. Palmer's going to have to do it again. Ball crossed through. Good protection by Maggie Tipeniuk. Ledoux trying to scoop it in. Almost popping through. Palmer takes it back. He's going to move it to the near side, finding Allard. And ball sent outside. Be another throw for Palmer in the corner. Allard with the throw. Allard puts it inside the box. And knocked out of bounds. Good protection by the Pioneer defense, but that's going to bring up another corner kick for Palmer. And last one was a short pass in. You got two players there. Nice job forcing him to kick it in there. They'll have another shot. Liskey moves it out. Finds Keefe. And it'll be a white throw. Ball inside. May to Keefe. Keefe off sides at the reception of that pass. It is a great idea. But those split seconds of the ball being dropped back, it's hard to keep in mind where am I in regards to the ball and the opposing defense. Liskey feeds it through, finds Keefe. It's a little bit of wetness on the ground, it must be. And ball out of bounds. It'll be a Pioneer throw. Another white throw. And Pioneer throw from just about the same spot. Lucy Burnett to throw. Nice down the line. And that will list out of bounds. Bring up a Palmer throw. 25 minutes in. Only a few shots on goal. Still 0-0. Nice give and go move. Maya Pride getting double teamed on the outside defense. Tapped out of bounds. Pioneer throw. Beliski down towards the corner. LaPrade keeps it in and then kicked out of bounds. Pioneer inching their way down the field in throws. Nice idea to move it inside. Finds Amy Van Dorn. Over to Lily May. Van Dorn inside the box. Maya LaPrade fights for it. The ball stolen by Lainey Haley. Sends it back out. And out of bounds off of Aria Nampleji. And another one out of bounds. Pioneer throw. Nice idea by Beliski. Ball sent through. LaPrade to go get it. Hangs on, drops it back to Beliski. No one inside the box to chase that one down, but great moves, great attack by Pioneer. An easy collection but for Cora LaChance. Ledoux has room to move. Tries to send it through. Good protection by Devaney Pillsbury. Ball at the top of the box. Moved inside and pops through. Kylie McClellan kicks it back out. Ball is up and out of bounds to the right. Will be a Pioneer kick. Pioneer coming out. Collected by Palmer, put back inside the box. Tippeniuk sends it out. And with that collision there in Pioneer's favor, Pioneer will have a kick. Pillsbury sends it through, finds Sekajenin. Ball heading towards the corner. Good, not. It was a good attack with that. I do believe that was a successful protection on putting it into a throw rather than a kick. So great job by the Palmer defense. I believe that was number 18, Shiloh Kibbe. Go get it sent through, and that's going to be an offsides on Palmer. Great idea. But cart before the horse gets the whistle. It'll be a Pioneer kick. Now under 10 minutes left in the half. Scoreless game. Lily May, pass pops through. Can't hang on to it. Poliski trying to take it back. Ball towards the outside. It'll be a Palmer throw. Devaney Pillsbury. Great job. It's not only the steal, but punting it out. A Pioneer throw. Catch the defense off guard. Hopefully. Ball comes through. Move to the outside. Maddie Keefe is there to collect. Crosses it back in. Can't find second Jenin though. Ledoux with Amy Van Doren on toe. Nice job by Van Doren to Lucy Burnett. Tries to stick with it. Great job stepping out by the keeper. Kyla McClelland scoops it up. We have Pioneer throw. Maddie Keefe opening up. Tries to turn it inside. Gets swarmed by white jerseys. And I think the call is that with Keefe going down, her going down fell on the player and created the disadvantage against Palmer. That's why it's a Palmer kick. A lot of the whistles on penalties like that are dependent on whether or not the actions created an advantage for one team or the other. On the near side, it'll be a Pioneer throw. Action is ramping up. Both teams really desperate to put one on the board before the 40-minute whistle. Ball pops through. And even though the angle looked a little more horizontal, it was still an offsides call. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about that. When the ball drops back and it's immediately punted back in, before you have a chance to even get onsides, the offsides call can happen. Ledoux on the attack. Good defense by Brooke Welcome. Staying with. Ledoux heads towards the corner, keeps the ball in, finds an opening. She's going to look for the cross. Great protection. Pioneer keeping that ball in the corner, out of harm's way. Ball sent out of bounds. It's going to be a Palmer throw. And now it's going to bring up a Pioneer kick. 4.5 minutes according to my clock. Oh, nice idea. Good catch by Lily Provenost. Bliski tries to send it through. Chase has started, but taken over by Palmer. Pioneer throw. And ball out of bounds. It will be a Palmer throw. Nice kick inside. Easy collection for McClelland. Moves to the outside. Stays in, heading towards the corner. And that's going to bring up a corner kick for Palmer. So far, the last few Palmer kicks, they've been having players staying. Oh, no, it's not a kick. It's a throw, excuse me. So I won't finish what I was going to say. Nice kick inside the box. And good snag and collection for McClelland. Maddie Keefe. Ball sent through. Sekajenin doing chase. Good hustle by Shiloh Kibbe. Kicked out of bounds, giving Palmer enough time to step back and mark up. Nice move by Brooke Welcome. Finds Van Doren. Well, Stone, Ledoux finds Allard. Nice idea, sending the ball through. Definitely was intended for Evelyn Ledoux, but an offsides call. Pillsbury coming out. And, well, I did start a few seconds late, I think. But we are right on the dot. 40 minutes of play in the books. Scoreless game. Tied at 0-0. Both teams aggressively playing, I would say. Wasn't keeping a tally of shots, but I do believe that so far Palmer has more shots on goal than Pioneer. But shots on goal is exactly that. So far, nothing to put up on the board. Well, the score is still 0-0, but sometimes it only takes one shot to turn this into a winning game. But we'll see if that's going to happen. We still got another 40 minutes of play left in this Western Mass Class D tournament game. Panthers versus Panthers. Don't go anywhere. Check out our wonderful sponsors. Without them, this program would not be possible. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, more of this Western Mass girls varsity soccer game right here on BNC TV. right, welcome back. Got another 40 minutes of this exciting Western Mass Class D tournament game. Pioneer Panthers, Palmer Panthers. Bit of a shadow game going on here. So far, scoreless game going into the second half. It's really going to come down to who can break through or who gets tired first. Tyler Borbo here bringing the play-by-play action. And also want to say thank you to our sponsors that you just saw during the break. As I've said many times and can't say enough, so thankful for their sponsorship. Local businesses in the area, loving and appreciating what we do and happy to partner with them. Sam Browning Jr. Trucking, Sweet Lucy's Bakeshop, True Works LTD, Wiggin Hydroseeding, Zilinksi HVAC, and of course, DiGeorge Builders. So thankful to be partnered up with them, helping us bring you these high school athletics through the 2025-2026 season. This ball heads down towards the corner. Palmer comes up with it. Mr. Glenn with the steal and kicks it away. Ball punted up and goes wide. It'll be a Pioneer kick. Of course, should have mentioned this earlier, but Panther boys were on the road today, playing a consolation game against the Mahar Senators. Wish them the best. Ball heads in towards the corner. Good turnaround by Palmer. The ball kicked out of bounds. It'll bring up a Pioneer throw. And if you love Pioneer sports as much as I do, coming up tomorrow, we have a varsity volleyball game at 5:30. And that will be the Pioneer Panthers hosting the Granby Rams, I believe. Again, that's happening right here at Messer Gymnasium at 5:30 p.m. Not sure if the time would fluctuate. Usually it does during the regular season because there are previous like JV games going on, and that's just one of those situations. It's a sport that you can't put a clock to, so you never know how long it's going to go. But it should be right around 5:30 that we're going to be bringing that action to you. And another one knocked out of bounds. This ball, again, getting stuck in that kind of up and down lane. Sometimes it can do that, and it reminds me of the that old hockey arcade game where you can slide the players kind of up and down the ice. And because the players only go up and down in that way, it's a little bit difficult to get the puck to go horizontal. And sometimes the ball in soccer can do exactly that. Just kind of starts moving back and forth in that up and down the field action rather than trying to switch it to some more open territory. Palmer kick. Sides through. No one touches it besides the keeper. And nice steal by Palmer. Ball bouncing around in and out of the box. Deja Mitchell with a chase down. And kicks it to the outside. Good defense by Deja. Oh, nice idea. Ball inside the box. And kicked outside. That'll be a Pioneer kick. Nice idea by Bliski trying to turn it around. And ball comes through. Kibbe looking to turn it to the outside. But Laney Haley makes sure that ball goes to the outside. Bliski looking to turn it around. And a little bit of controversy, but understandably. There were a few plays that looked like players weren't playing the ball, and coach didn't like that. But Pioneer did get a call on that one. Largely, I think it was a push from the back. Popped up. Kicked right back out. Be a Pioneer throw. Nice throw in, finds Bliski. Nice move to the outside. Ledoux in the middle. Trying to pop it through. Bliski finding a breakaway, turning on the Jets. And good defensive job by Palmer. Laney Haley so far, I don't think has been beaten by any attack. She's stayed right up with it. Ball punted up. Inside the box, Kyler McClellan steps out and collects. And knocked out of bounds. Pioneer throw. Jacqueline Switlowski. Taking the ball and knocked out of bounds by Pioneer. Will be a Palmer throw. Ball comes through. The shot and is put in. Palmer, after 49 minutes, puts one on the board. And a scoreless game up until now. Palmer putting one on the board. Pioneer will have about 30 minutes to even the score. And out off of Pioneer. We'll bring up another Palmer throw. And a low shot. And another one. Illusions will make your heart stop. That ball went into the side of the net. Nice steal. Ball sent forward towards the corner. And quite a straight up push. I mean, that was arms extended. Coming out. Ball drop back. Beliski sends the ball forward. Nice defensive move by Shiloh Kibbe. Ball crossed through. And out of bounds off of Palmer. It'll be another Pioneer throw to Beliski. Running out of room. And it will be a Palmer kick. Devaney Pillsbury. Sekajena into Keefe. Keefe curling it inside. Good turnaround by the Palmer defense and sent out of bounds. Be a Pioneer throw. Ledoux on the attack, sends it through. Evelyn Ledoux with the cross. Tough geometry. Ball heads out of bounds. Pioneer kick. Ball bouncing around. Ledoux takes it to the outside, looks to cross. Into the side of the goal. Will that be another Pioneer kick? Pioneer kick coming out. Ball kept in bounds. Ball sent through. And sent to the outside. It'll be a Pioneer throw. Ledoux with the steal. Heading down the lane. Bringing through to the middle. Well, sent to the outside. Mystic Glenn smartly taking it outside. Nice job by Pioneer. Ball popped up. McClelland with a collection. That'll be a Pioneer throw. And ball out of bounds. Palmer on the attack. Haley moves the ball forward, out of bounds. It'll be a Pioneer throw. And out of bounds. Palmer throw. Nice job by Mystic Glenn. Ledoux breaking through. And kicked out of bounds by Maggie Tippanyuk. Tippanyuk being a crucial pillar of defense during this game. But that's going to bring up a Palmer corner kick. Palmer, since giving up the one player short. Puts the ball in and kicked out. Palmer will get another crack at it. Suppose it can go without saying how important it is to get that first touch. And these, especially when they come in low like that. Ball put to the outside. Great job by Pioneer. No one's going to touch that one. It will be a Palmer throw. Under 20 minutes left. Palmer leading by 1. Nice defense by Myla Prod. She's going to get double teamed. She's going to need some help. The ball scooted out of bounds. Pioneer throw. Pioneer spent a number of double teaming defensive tactics that I've seen from Palmer, and Pioneer is going to need to really open themselves up quickly to largely drops. The ball punted through. McClelland stepping out, and an easy scoop for her. Swetlowski. Van Doren steals. Lily May hangs on to it, makes sure that it goes out on a white jersey. And a timeout is called by the Pioneer bench. Since the beginning, this has been a crazy game, but you know, the literal ticking clock and the 1-point tension turning this into a fantastic game. Palmer with that 1-point lead, scored early on in the second half. Pioneer, I think, is going to need to figure something out on the attack. Looks like Palmer has a quick defense to hastily pull the ball to the outside. So some of those breakthroughs have not been as fruitful as expected. I think maybe a few more stepping up on the offensive may make something happen. But we'll see. 17 and a half minutes. 17 and a half minutes Pioneer has to even the score. And in case you're just tuning in, or you recently tuned in, wondering what's been going on, Palmer taking the lead early in the second half. And since then, it's been a rather midfield struggle back and forth. Ledoux taking the ball to the outside. Allard chasing it down, trying to pop it through, but Burnap clears it. Pillsbury sends a go-getter. Maddie Keefe turns on the Jets. Stepping out, there's another keeper in there. I'm going to have to check some stats on that. The ball inside there. Easy collection for McClelland. And ball out of bounds, Pioneer throw. Ledoux up the lane. Looking for Allard. I'm sorry, not Allard, Brulette. Pioneer throw. Nice idea by Tippanyuk. Good protection. Good taking it to the outside, giving the option for the keeper to collect. Palmer throw in. And kicked away. Will be a Pioneer throw. Ball pops through. There's no keeper. The ball is kicked out. Heard a whistle. Not sure if it was an out of bounds, offsides, or things were inches tight. But it looks like players making their way to the corner, so can only assume it will be a corner kick. It's like a man defense. Ball comes through. Nobody touches it. Sekajenin chases it down. Nice give and go. And ball pops through. But good stepping back for the Palmer defense. And kick to the outside. Another Pioneer throw. It's going to be difficult. But Pioneer can add to their attacking edge by really trying to move fast and not allowing the Palmer defense to step back and mark up. But you got to run and snag that ball and throw it in real quick. Brooke, welcome to Burnett. Lily May to Beliski. Beliski sends a go get it inside the box. That's going to be a collection for, I'm assuming, Amelia Perry. I'm seeing number 22 on the back of the keeper jersey. So Amelia Perry puts the ball down and gives it a kick. Ball rolling to the outside, and it's a whistle. It'll come up as a Pioneer throw. And kicked out of bounds on a white jersey. Will be another Pioneer throw. Ball comes through. A chase to some open real estate, hoping to turn it. Switlowski puts it out of bounds. Pioneer throws it back in. Switch to the far side. Ball goes to the outside. Mystic Glen gives it a chase. Ledoux taps it, keeps it into the corner, crosses it through. McClellan lays down on it. Brooke Welcome finds LaPrade. And a push on the Palmer side brings up a Pioneer kick. Palmer defense keeping everyone outside of the box. Ball pops through. Brooke Welcome taking it to the outside. Stolen away, moved up to Maddie Keefe. Stolen back by Haley. Moved up the lane. Trying to find Brulette. Ledoux to Ledoux. Provost. Maddie Keefe. Running out of room, gonna need to cross it. And no call on play. Not to say that there should be, but looked like there was a lot of come-ons on both sides. And an offside's called. And out of bounds, Pioneer throw. And knocked out of bounds, Palmer throw. Ball coming to the outside. Switlowski to and Ledoux pops it up towards the corner. I think Glenn will get to it first. Well, tap just to the inside. Will be Pioneer coming out. Pioneer should be really hustling on this. They got under 5 minutes now. Ledoux to the corner. Finds an opening for a cross. Collection for Kyler McClellan. Punts it out, finds Sekajenin. Ball sent out of bounds. Be a Pioneer throw. Another one kicked out of bounds. We're now coming into just kick it out and eat the clock territory for Palmer defensively. Pioneer is going to need to work around that. Big hustle. 3.5 minutes according to my clock. Ball put through, Maddie Keefe inside the box. And good collection by Perry. May to Pillsbury. Good job by Mystic Glenn. Ball sent through to the outside, Maddie Keefe. Nice give and go to Beliski, back to Keefe. Ball kept in. Sent down the line. Maggie Tippanyuk pops it towards the corner. That'll bring up a Palmer corner kick. The results of this kick may be the final possible possession attack for Pioneer. McClellan collects, punts. And kicked away to the outside. Pioneer throw. Ball kicked through. Sekajenin giving chase. Now running on ref time. Pioneer pushing. A handball on Palmer. Looking at about 35 seconds. Ball put forward. Pioneer needs to make something happen here. The whistle comes up Palmer. And another whistle. Ball kicked out of bounds. And that is the game. With one goal scored early in the second half, Palmer comes away with the win 1-0 over Pioneer. A hard-fought, tough battle. I'll say Pioneer had a difficult time pushing that ball inside shooting range with very aggressive, physical, and quick defense in the backfield for Palmer. It's hard to break through that. But that is it for this game. Palmer will face off against Granby. The last time Palmer met Granby, it was a 0-8 victory for Granby. And we'll see what the matchup is for that. But we'll see what happens with rankings and placements and where Pioneer will be with consolation games or state tournament. That is yet to be known. But for now, that is it for us here at the Pioneer Valley Regional High School soccer field. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, we will see you next time.